Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's that time. It is tarot time with Cindy, my friends. You can see up in the corner here, see me shuffling the cards out that we're about to talk to. We are going to pull out more cards together in this reading. This is fascinating reading, my friends. This is a general collective reading. It may or may not resonate. If it does resonate, I'm glad we're able to connect. If it does not, hopefully the next time. Okay. I sat down and I did create a new spread here. I wanted to kind of see what are the dark forces, the dark energies that are around us right now. And I'm asking this kind of like on a global scale. So when I come in and I sit in the reading and I'm asking for the collective, yes, I am asking for you. And you could see how this plays out on a personal level for yourself. But I did enter this reading with more of sort of like a global perspective. And I did want to get an idea of what are the dark forces that are at work right now around us? What are the light forces at work around us right now? Which energy is being directed towards the collective at this time? And how is it being directed towards the collective? Like, what is the source? What's the source of the energy that's being directed most towards the collective at this time? So this is one of those instances where I am really glad that I showed you me shuffling the cards out, because the dark forces that are at play around right now are the demon, literally. So I sat down and I took a minute and I went into the book and I really looked, and it specifically, this card represents fallen angels, very dark, malevolent energy that's been kicked out of heaven, basically, is the energy that is working its dark forces around the planet right now. So, okay, I loved it. Well, I didn't love it, but there's something about this deck. This deck, I've always had a very otherworldly connection with it. It is this deck. I don't even know if it's available yet on Amazon. I got it off of a Kickstarter. I got that Kickstarter through, I saw it posted on, I believe her name is Helen from Eye of the Serpent Tarot, to give her a shout out, because that is how I got this deck. And this deck, there's something about it. There's something really about this deck where often I feel like I'm connecting globally. And so there was a bit of that energy coming through this week in the Zodiac. And it's a little bit why I decided to sit down and create this new spread. So the deck proved to me that we were connecting to something here very powerfully. It is a pretty strong deck in that sense. I know some people have said this deck is very dark, but actually it has a pretty even amount of dark and light and in between in it. So, and maybe I'm thinking that there's a lot of other oracle decks out there that lean way too heavily towards light, when that is not always what is working its powers around the earth and around us. We have to be aware of that. The minute you say that darkness and evil doesn't exist, could not be fucking happier, because now you're not looking for me, baby. So the turtle card, this is where it gets interesting. The turtle card came out in the other deck. I'm using what I call the sister deck to this deck, which is the Lace of Destiny, created by the same deck creator as well. The turtle card came out with the demon. The light forces, what is the energy that is using right now? We got the Samhain card again. There's something about November the 1st. There's something, if this isn't something geopolitical that's going to be happening in November, I do feel like it's at least representing the fact that the veil is the thinnest at that point in time. That the veil is the thinnest. Now, the energy of resentment is what is working through that. Now, I went in the book, again, I really took time with these cards, because I thought, oh, there's a very deep message here, and let's look at all the layers of it. Let me try to get as much context and understanding about it as I can before I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you about it. So one of the things that the book talked about, and I thought, yeah, it's really true, I've never thought about it that way, is that resentment is one of those strong emotions that is actually directed more inwardly than outwardly, compared to a lot of other emotions, right? Can sit there and I feel resentment. I feel resentment here. So there's somehow, it's almost like feeling I've been wronged, I've been done incorrectly here. The light forces are working through that energy. It's almost like recognize, right? recognize how you have been done wrong, how injustice has been served to you, what is going on around you that is not right. Right? Feel this resentment. But it's interesting that it comes through it's like a thinning of the veil. So it may not just be November, but it could be. There could be something very specifically about November, but the veil is the thinnest on November the 1st, the day after Halloween. And it is, I feel, even perhaps leading up to something for you to recognize how you have been unjustly treated in some way, or what injustice is going on around you. You are going to feel resentment. That's what's going on. It's almost like a collective energy of resentment. Waking up and recognizing what's really happening here. Now, the turtle is so intriguing because the turtle is like, you know, it's about stability, it's about step by step, it's about being very, very careful. So I want to say that the dark forces are doing that. The dark forces are literally showing up as playing the long game right now, which isn't, I mean, it's not the best thing that I would want to see as a reader because, you know, I like to think that heaven and the angels are playing the longest game. They are playing the longest game. So the devil has a long-term plan here that is being executed. Darker forces have a long-term plan that are being executed at this time. Which energy is being directed, which is the energy that is being the most directed towards the collective at this time? So I'm glad I pulled out 2 decks, and I like the way these sister decks can talk to each other. The first card that we got was Chaos. I was like, oh gosh darn, I feel like it's this energy, right? Because this Chaos card talks of like serious destruction just for the sake of it. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to fuck things around. I'm going to destroy things here. I'm going to really mess stuff up. I'm going to take away divine order. But the sister deck is talking to us about the broom. So the broom does symbolize sweeping out old forces, sweeping out old energies, and I feel like that's coming to the collective through a realization of how they've been done wrong. And this could be on a personal relationship for you. You could be dealing with someone who is like long-term, real son of a bitch, and really waking up to how you've been treated in this situation, what has gone on in a situation, seeing things very clearly. And then when that can happen, you can actually start removing the darkness that's in your life. I want to say with this energy that light forces are winning. It does feel like that, at least whoever's coming to this reading. And as the collective, it's not to say that there isn't this dark energy still around you. I feel like it is, but it's getting swept out. And it's even perhaps getting swept out with sort of, I want to say like esoteric wisdom, divine magic. The broom, I'm going to go to the book. I used the little baby cherubs here. The broom is interesting because it talks about things I wouldn't necessarily think about with the broom. So take this into consideration as well when we're talking about the energy that is most being directed towards you. And it's chaos, right? Chaos with the broom, debates, conversations, conflicts, confrontations, disagreements, disputes, relationship clarification, lack of understanding, problems, difficulties, anger, aggression, slander, competition, rivalry, punishment and penalty, cleansing, liberation, sports, movement, sex, magical, and cleansing. The advice of this card is bring order to your life, both physically and emotionally. Interesting. What is the emotional energy that is most absorbed as opposed to it is expressed or felt most internally than externally than most others, which is resentment. Let go of the unnecessary. Consider to whom and what you speak. That's very interesting. Very interesting. I cannot help but feel like that there's something very relevant about November. So if you haven't watched them, you might be interested in them. Both the Leo and the Virgo readings turned collective today. I published them as Leo turned collective and Virgo turned collective because I still felt the nuance of both energies in there, and it's the same as this. You could look at this as something very vast and worldwide, but you could also look at it as your specific life. It's going on for you in a personal manner here. Because it's picking up that energy. There's something, and a lot of us know what's going on in November. Myself, I do like to stress this because I don't sit on any position. I myself honestly believe that all parties, anything that is involving polarization or pick a side here, is being gifted to us by this energy. It's being gifted to, it's being shown to us in that energy. It's making you feel like you have a choice. Okay? It's making you feel like you have a choice, and that it's feeding into your ego and making you believe that your choice is more justified than someone else's choice, or this choice is more righteous than another choice. That is polarization, and a separation of people, and it is to keep them distracted and conflicted so that other shit can kind of go on, right? So, and talking about like the things that the broom comes up with, debates and conversations, conflicts, confrontations, sweep them out. Don't get involved. It's to recognize how you're really being used here. Recognize how you're really being used. You've all been put in a corner. We've all been put in a corner. You're in a corner. You've been given a time out in life. Is really, I feel like this is what the light is trying to show here. And it's doing it through the thinning of the veil. There could be something specific on November the 1st. I don't know. Okay, how? How is the energy getting to you? What is the source of this energy? The one that's being most directed towards you. You got the friggin' turtle. So you got to repeat, right? The demon is using the turtle energy. You got the turtle and you got the moon. I feel like both. Honestly, this feels like the demon energy and this feels like the divine energy. And it is. What is the demon using? It's using this turtle. It's almost like trying to make you stuck or dependent on some type of stability or foundation that you believe is the be all and end all of, where you need to be. It's making you feel secure in something, maybe because it's familiar, not because it's right. And in the moon, to me, is the thinning of the veil. It is the intuition. It is connecting with our deeper selves. Again, the resentment being an energy and emotion that is held within for the most part. Within, inside, through your intuition, you will find the answers that you seek or to have a better understanding of self. Was there, what else did there was another, oh, it was the moon. Why did I have the moon bookmarked? Oh, interesting. It talks about advice with that. Take a rest. Spend time in contemplation. Let your intuition guide you. Engage in meditative practices. Now, I want to say it's almost taking the energy, too, that is directed to you by the demon, or what the demon is utilizing. The demon could even be taking a little bit of a step back here. I don't know. Oh, the underline's interesting too. We'll get there in a second. Recognize how you're being used. Recognize what forces around you are taking advantage of you or making you feel like you're pushed in a corner. Now, look at this. There's something really quite... This deck does something where I find it really triggers my third eye, and I get like, I don't know, I don't know if anybody else has this happen, but literally I will see like a scene play. It's almost like a movie scene. And a lot of times I will lean into movies because there's a lot of storylines that correspond with the human experience, because stories are part of humanity, and I am telling your story right now. And there's a story that plays out in my mind's eye when I look at these two cards together. Do you see? Shh. And it's looking towards Earth, like, shh. There's something going on. And the way it plays out to me, it's almost like she's been tromping through the woods. It's like Mother Earth, Gaia, Empress, perhaps divine feminine energy, tromping through the earth, and no, there's something here. It's almost like this energy saying, listen, shh, there's something here. It's playing out almost like someone who's just busy doing something, having a good time, and then somebody else sees something in the distance, and they catch your eye, right? And it's got her attention. And there's something about the way she's looking at this. She's not discounting the warning. It's got her attention, right? It has her attention. Sorry, I'm just trying to, there's a lot of reflection here. You know, it's got her attention. Now the other thing, I heard two other things when I pulled out this card. I heard Silent Spring and Silence of the Lambs. So I thought that was fascinating. I heard Silent Spring and Silence of the Lambs. And both of those, if you're, I believe I'm quoting the book properly. Silent Spring, yes. It was just talking about the destruction of what we're doing with the earth, mostly with pesticides, and as we were, and a lot of like, to wake up to a spring and there are no birds. Like, that's where we were leading ourselves. I can't remember when the book was written, in the 1950s or 60s. And, right, it's talking about, like, the destruction, the things are disappearing here. Shh. But it's like a warning. It's like, be quiet. Or is it? I'm going to clarify it. It's got her attention. Does it have her attention because she's feeling like, why are you telling me to be quiet? Or is there a legitimate warning here and you're trying to protect? Right? And it is. It's almost like this, what is really going on here? Am I being told to be quiet for my own good? Been put in a corner here. Mother Earth has been put in a corner. She's been told to be quiet. And it's interesting too, by man, right? By man. And she's got a saucy look on her face. Harvest the clouds and the fox are what came out in the underlying, in the sister deck, the Lace of Destiny. The situation of stupidity was reversed behind it. Stupidity is reversed. Harvesting the clouds. But covertly with the fox. Harvesting the clouds. Harvesting the storm. The storm after the harvest. We are in harvest season, right? Like in the fall too. It's very interesting energy. I'm going into the Book of Shadows Tarot Volume 1. The dark forces at work right now are fallen angels. Gosh, interesting. Temperance. Almost like something it's like such an Easter feel here. Like something waiting for a rebirth. Perpetually waiting for rebirth is the demon. Also think of temperance as Sagittarian energy, which comes in November. Scorpio and Sagittarius. Which is interesting because neither of them came out collective when I did their reading. The turtle. Something about, too, with temperance is higher learning, travel. Outside of your town, your home. The turtle. The maiden of air. It's like this watching and waiting energy that's going on right now with the darker forces. There's a watching and a waiting. Okay. The light forces. November the 1st, Samhain. I'll say it my way. And resentment. Samhain, resentment. Oh, no. That's fucking crazy. This deck has no relationship to the two decks that I'm using. No relationship at all. Completely different creators, completely different time. The card that came out for this, to show us this card, to clarify it, was this card. It is called Samhain or Samhain or Samhain, or whatever the real pronunciation is. That's nuts. And right, and I've got here written the moon because I've had trouble like connecting with this deck and understanding what parts of the major arcana represent, right? Because this is also called Ostara in this deck. but it's represented by Temperance. The veil, and where and how is this energy getting to the collective? The veil. The veil is being thinned purposely here. There might be something incredibly significant connecting the moon and November the 1st. I don't know what is going on. What is the moon cycle around November the 1st? Now, I don't know how accurate my my little moon app is here, because people usually debate. It doesn't even show me past October 17th. Well, that's shitty. So I don't know. I can't say. That's crazy. The light forces are working through the moon right now. And they're thinning the veil. They want you to see what's been done wrong to you. And why is dark is just sitting and waiting and watching. Almost like it's almost waiting to see what the next move is. Right? With the Maiden of Air, the Page of Air. It's to see and watch, to understand, or to learn something here. Again, with Temperance, just connecting that with higher learning. Like it's to see and learn more about something. Resentment. The Maiden of Fire. The Page of Wands. It's like you're not allowed to talk. It just gives me like you go sit in a corner and you don't say a thing. Go sit in a corner and don't talk. Right? And the page to me of Wands is my communicator. It is initiating communication. It is speaking your mind. It is being heard. Now, follow your light. Your internal light is so important right now with everything that is going on. And then the light from the moon. The light from the moon. I want to say, I have found the moon quite intriguing the last couple of weeks myself. It's been at the back of my house, and a couple of weeks ago it was incredibly prominent at nighttime. And every single night, even when it wasn't, you know, it's just a half moon, it was kind of waxing towards becoming a full moon. It was orange, 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 orange. And then it went to full moon and it kind of disappeared at night. I wasn't seeing it at night, but now I'm seeing it in the morning. And it's like a big white light bulb in the sky. And I'm telling you, like it's casting shadows across the lawn at 5 o'clock in the morning when it's pitch black out. It's just incredible. The moon there's something going on with the moon. Is to connect with you internally here, to guide yourself, to find the answers within, to speak within yourself, possibly too, when you feel like you've been, it's almost like a gag order has been put on your mouth. The chaos. The Empress. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is the energy that's being directed towards you. It is the Empress. Okay, I don't think she likes the gag order. I'm going to say that. I don't think the Empress likes being told to shut up. And I don't think, and when I say that, I'm speaking to it as Venus. I'm speaking to it as like Gaia, Mother Earth. It's like, oh, don't you tell me how to act on my own turf, mankind. Wow. I want to say that those are signs and synchronicities. Which energy is being directed towards you? It is the Empress. It is the chaos, though, because the Empress embodies birth, death, decomposition, which becomes nutrients for new birth. It's like the cycle. But the Empress is sweeping out the chaos. It's also, we have, interesting here, Mother, Maiden, and Crone are represented. And then the White Bunny. The White Bunny is being held in the arms of Temperance. So White Bunny represented distraction. Right, what would the fox go after? The rabbit. The Broom. Oh, this is so interesting. there's a lot of ones in which energy is being directed to you, right? It's showing up Roman numerals 3, so it's the Empress is coming across 1, 1, 1, and then this card is 1, 1, and chaos is 1, 1, 2. Right? That's not the pattern. That's not the pattern. It's changing the pattern here. It's bringing in an orderly pattern, a divine pattern. The broom, the summer lands, the fool. There's the fresh start. It's sweeping out the chaos for fresh, for freedom. To connect with divine energy. Then this Temperance is pouring the rainbows all into the eggs. You know, it's an interesting card. Because Temperance is usually balancing water, where this is all just pouring out. Making you feel lost hope. The demon is like making other people feel lost hope. How can I make you feel lost hope here? How can I make you feel drained and lost hope? Oh, hi, Larry. Oh, we're having a Larry moment. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Maybe it's the moon. He's been crazy lately. Been driving me nuts. Meow, meow. But he'll be outside and I don't know. It's like, I don't know if there's... I was just saying to myself, because a lot of times he will act funny, but he's also coming on his 2-year anniversary. Coming to Canada, your 2-year anniversary. Coming here, which is November 22nd. No. September 22nd. Usually I feel like there's like other cats in the neighborhood or something, because he has a playpen, he can't go out, and he gets like upset. He comes in out, and it's like he's trying to find a window to get out, and he yowls the whole time. Okay, the summer lands, the broom, sweeping out the chaos and bringing in a new beginning. The Empress energy does this. The divine feminine, I guess. The divine feminine energy within all of us is doing this. It's really, well, there's something here about this, right? This like, shh. I know she's looking at him. Like, that definitely got her attention. But with these other cards, I'm feeling like, she's like, you don't tell me what to do on my planet. You don't tell me what to do with myself. You know, speaking of Earth, the turtle. How this energy is getting to you. It's almost weird. It's almost like it's even being filtered through the divine by darkness around you. Earth. How is the energy getting to you? Earth. It's just called Earth. All elements through the turtle. All elements. Mother Earth. Earth and the moon. Very strong energies at play right now. Earth and the moon. Cycles. You. I just heard man is the prize. Man is the prize. People. This energy comes to you through people. And you know, some of it's going to be dark and some of it's going to be light. It's funny, you got the moon, which is representing quite literally the light, and then you have the turtle, which is representing the dark. And so the moon, the elemental of water, it's like rising souls. Jubilant emotions, lifting, something's coming out of the water. The moon, something monolithic here, like a monolith. I feel like there's going to be, okay, I've had that before where there's monoliths around the planet, and where I've been shown in my readings is that they're very deep in the ocean. Like, we can't reach it. It's too deep. The pressure's too great. We'll never find them. Like, they're in places that are out of reach to man. And what is the most out of reach place to man? Is the bottom of the goddamn ocean. Like, we haven't even gone to the deepest parts of the ocean, but we've gone to the moon. We've been to the moon. So, I don't know. Maybe this is part of the veil. Maybe there's some sort of monolithic activation that takes place maybe specifically on November the 1st here. The moon seems to activate this. Guys, didn't I not do a reading not that long ago about, oh my God, what was that? It completely left my mind until now. It's like it's coming in, it's showing me. How are things changed? Like, how is information, or how does a DNA activation occur? It occurs through the water, through the oceans, because it all finds its way back to every single living being. We're all like 80, 90% water, whatever that is, right? There isn't a single creature on this planet that can survive without water, whether that's for reproduction, whether that's for fetal development, whether for anything, water. Water finds its way. Water is the power here. There's some sort of, okay, I feel like from these cards, it's telling me, if I'm going to recap this, dark forces are sitting and they're watching. It's almost like they understand that there's something at play here. There's some sort of new move that's coming in that light forces have against them, or to, you know, win the game of man. And they are kind of sitting back. They are also perhaps utilizing this sitting back energy for some of you directly in your life. And it could be making it feel like it's draining you and your wishes are like going somewhere else. Your dreams and your wishes. Just holding the rabbit. Holding the rabbit. Which is odd for Temperance. Instead of having two buckets and pails. There's a dark rabbit shadow down by the bottom of her dress. I never noticed. There's a dark animal down there. I never noticed that before. Okay. It's watching and it's waiting. It's stabilizing itself too. But it's also still trying to get to you through people. Through people. There's something very significant here about November. I feel even like November the 1st. The veil is going to be very thin at that time. There's going to be some sort of, I feel through the moon, it activates monoliths. Monoliths in the ocean. They rise up. Like, I see monoliths as points in time that are almost like some sort of otherworldly device, technology that is utilized to advance mankind's consciousness. And I'm kind of seeing this from like the dawn of time. It's almost like the first monolith and the first time that happened is where we have that big leap. The big leap in human evolution. There's almost like a leap in a conscious evolution here. And it's to let you be, you're going to see how you've been put in the corner and how you've been made to be quiet. The energy of Earth is really, really strong in this process right now. It's the energies that are working around you are to sweep out chaos and bring fruitfulness, abundance, light. It's the water and the moon. Your emotions. It's raising up your frequency and your emotional. Perhaps even it is to remove. It is to sit in resentment, but not to stay in resentment. Like, right, to enter resentment, to understand what is incorrect in the situation for you. And that is to elevate your emotional self. Okay. The underline here starts with fire. And it's Sagittarius energy. Fire. The salamander. The sun. It's like the sun is pulling energy from the planets in this. It just looks like that instead of the sun feeding the planets. It's like the sun is pulling energy from the planets. The 3 of earth. The 7 of water. The 2 of water. The maiden of earth. And then goes into the 9 of earth. Very pre-Empress energy. 4 of pentacles. The hermit. The elemental of earth. The chariot. And the crone of water. It's like a long journey. I mean, it's a long journey. And it's odd though. It starts off, it almost looks like the sun is pulling energy from the planets. That. I just want to I want to clarify this. Silence. Who or what is saying to be quiet? Who or what is saying to be quiet? The 3 of water. Oh, it kind of feels like... the devil. And the this fire card. Something here is trying to take, because, okay, if the devil is associated with this, right, like it looks like the energy is reversed here in this card. How it's playing out to me, it's not always going to be this way in this card, but it is today in how it's being depicted. And it is like some type of, it's stealing energy from you. When you're quiet, I steal your energy. And then Earth's like looking at that, like, yo, what did I just say? It's like the sun is stealing the energy from the planets. Something's weird's going on here. And it's backed by the devil. I feel like there's disguise going on here between true divine feminine and false divine feminine energies. Because, right, both the demon and the Empress are 111. Okay, so let's look at Earth. She's giving him a hot minute there look, like, excuse me? You want me to be quiet about what? The 6 of air, the elemental of fire, and the crone of air. I love it. I really love it. Because, right, there's something weird about... I'm not, if you're a Sagittarius, I don't mean you. I just mean like it's being represented here, like follow the salamander. And this is odd. Like it's like you're draining all of your hopes into this for the dark forces. Draining your energy. Something is trying to take your energy and your hope here. It's odd though. It comes across as very planetarily depicted. Because, right, it's like, don't say anything that I'm doing. You be quiet. You be quiet. And... that's great because I'm draining your energy. You just be quiet over there. It's almost like a warning. Like if you speak up, you're in trouble. Don't say it. It's something over there. You don't want to say anything. But this is a look. Like this look is just like it just stops in the tracks and it looks. And I love these cards because the 6 of Swords, right, it's like understanding the salamander. Moving towards a knowing. A real knowing here with the king is like the King of Air. And it is the book. Look at the cat is standing on the book. The cat is standing on this book, like showing this information. You need to know this. And it's about the salamander. It's about the salamander. And in this case, the salamander seems to be represented by some sort of reversal of energy. And then the crone. And then it's like having the information in your hand. But not necessarily saying anything too, because his hand is on the book. This hand is on the book. Wow, I'm glad I clarified that. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to ask how you, the collective, can strengthen or minimize the energy that is directed towards you at this time, and what you can do with that energy. And there you go. That's what I got for y'all. Thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.